Hi guys, a very wet Jason from JVA Carpy Adventures for vlog number 22 of the Mousehole Diaries. I am back Friday after work o'clock on Kingfisher Lake, this time in swim 6. Not done it before, so first time for me, really looking forward to it. But for now, let's roll that intro. Alright guys, so like I said, it's a very wet Friday. I'm going to spin the camera around briefly, show you what I'm talking about, but it's none too pleasant at the minute. Not even sure you're going to get all that on there, but it's pretty horrible guys. I'm sure that kind of probably portrays it a little bit better. It's horrible. So, as you can probably expect, it's going to be rain the whole weekend. So, unfortunately, you're probably going to get most of the filming from inside here. So it's going to make it a little bit awkward with showing you where the rigs are and so on and so forth. But I can tell you, let's start with that. For Friday night, no, actually, sorry, stop. Let's start with what I'm using this week. So, as you guys know, CarpBasics are very big at Mousehole lakes. That's the bait that is sold here on site in the tackle shop and also online. Joff has very kindly given me a few little bits of their all nut range. Alright guys, so hopefully you can see that, but I've got 6mm all nut pellets. I'm going to explain why that's pretty important for me for this session. I've got some 18mm boilies, they do various sizes, and I've got a mixed pot which has kind of got pop-ups, wafters, mixed colours. Really appreciate that, Joff, thank you, perfect for what I want to do. So, although I can't show you the spots, let's tell you what I've got on where and why. And actually, it's really worked out really well with what he's given me for my plan of attack for today. Didn't know exactly what he was going to give me, but the plan of attack is perfect. Alright guys, so you're probably going to find me apologising loads this weekend for poor camera work. Do apologise, obviously with it raining this much I can't get the camera outside, but I do want to show you what I've got and where for Friday night. So you can see my rods over there, literally just in front of the tree here. I have got CarpBasics All Nut double yellow pop-up on a Ronnie rig. Now I've actually put that over a bit of a spod mix that I had left over from last week. I don't want to waste it, it's all good. Directly out in front of me, so middle, if you see these two islands, middle of them, but way back, middle of the channel. So, middle of the channel, just about here. I've gone for just a double bagged, solid PVA bag with a pink pop-up on. Again, these are small, lovely, like 10 or 12mm pink pop-ups, absolutely lovely, smell gorgeous. Solid bag of PVA pellets. Now, that's where the 6mm pellets have come in handy. I've catapulted 2 or 3 handfuls of pellets into the mid channel to match that. Happy days. Okay, so the last rod is over towards the yellow post, but I know everyone goes tight to the island and I've actually come off the island by about half a rod length. So about here, don't know if I can zoom in a bit, probably not with this lens. So about here guys, and that is a CarpBasics All Nut wafter with the match the hatch boilies. So that's my approach for Friday night guys. Morning guys, so about 10 to 7 Saturday morning, and very disappointingly I haven't had a fish. More so because Chris on the right of me has had 2. The guys on the pegs to the left of me have I think had 1. So there's been fish out either side of me. The guy in peg 8 opposite in the corner has had 1 last night. So yeah, really disappointed. You know, all the faith in the world in CarpBasics products, and I think my presentations were good last night. So yeah, a little bit disappointed in that. As always, I will leave the rods in till at least 9:30, maybe even 10. Take a comfort break and then do a rethink. Obviously last night I went for margin, middle, island, which is kind of generally the tactic I use when first night in a brand new swim, to try and gauge if I'm getting any action from anywhere. No action for me last night, so I think I did hear a lot of fish boshing last night, and they seem to be more in the halfway mark or 3/4 of the way mark. So I'm going to be watching the water this morning, looking for signs of fish, and I think it's very likely I will be probably going a little bit closer to the islands than all 3 rods. So for now, that's your morning update, guys. I'm going to have a coffee, wake up and watch the water. Hi guys, so just thought I'd show you what's going to be going out for Saturday morning / afternoon. Starting on the right hand side, I was given a few freebies by Joff of CarpBasics. So this weekend I am on CarpBasics All Nut, and one of the things he gave me was some 6mm pellets. So obviously I normally do my PVA bags with 2mm micros and the odd 6mm in there, so I've just gone for a straight through all nut wafter with 6mm pellet in a solid PVA bag. And speaking to Chris, who's had 2 now, and he's a CarpBasics member, he's had 2 on snowman presentations, so literally a 15mm topped with a yellow 10mm. So it'd be rude of me not to try the same thing. So the middle rod is an all nut with an all nut yellow topper, but the left hand rod is actually what he's using, which is Ocean's Fruit. Again, that's CarpBasics, guys, so CarpBasics Ocean Fruit with an all nut yellow topper. So that's what's going to be going out on each rod, and I will probably be going much closer to the islands. I've done my margin, middle and island, didn't catch on any, and I'm going to be going mainly to the islands I think now. Alright guys, so it's about 10:30 Saturday morning. Fortunately it's not raining, so I'm able to show you where the rods are going and what's on them. My right hand rod is going to be a CarpBasics All Nut, which is in a solid PVA bag with 6mm pellets. Now also I normally use micros, but Joff's kindly given me some 6mm pellets and quite keen to use them. So I'm going to go towards the middle of the island, about 2 foot off. No bait boat this week, guys. Decided I need to practice my casting, and to be fair, swim 6 isn't really a swim that you need a bait boat. There's nothing I'm going under or anything like that, so just casting this week. So that's my first rod. Second rod's going a bit more to the corner of the island. This is also going to be a CarpBasics All Nut. Going to be on a Viper rig, which I have used my last time here and did catch. So I've gone back to a Viper rig. This time a snowman presentation though, I would have shown you it earlier. And each of these spots I'm going to be putting out just probably a handful of 18mm chops. All nut chops out I think. So let's show you where the second rod is going. Okay, so that's the second rod in. Third rod is going to be going over towards the Willow Island. I'm not going to the post, I'm going to go to sort of the nearer corner. So that's the third rod in. Probably worth mentioning, I'm not going to put back leads on during the daytime. I'm going to kind of see where everything goes, and see if I get any liners during the day to try and help me find where the fish are. Alright guys, so Saturday afternoon had a little bit of excitement, unfortunately not for my own. So Chris, who's in swim 7 next to me, had to go for a comfort break, left me his alarm, it went off, didn't it? So I goes running down, which let's face it, that's a bit of a feat in its own, just me running down there. So when running down swim 7, struck into his left hand rod, ended up being this absolutely beautiful 31.4 mirror. I'm going to show you a little bit here. Not that you're going to see that guys, but it's 31.4 by the look of it.
That'll do me.
Look at that guys, 31 4 ounce on CarpBasics Ocean Fruit with a yellow topper. Well done Chris.
Buzzing.
So congratulations Chris, that is actually Chris's 3rd fish. Chris is a CarpBasics team member and he's been using their Ocean's Fruit range this weekend. Now Chris being Chris, knowing that I'm trialling there, all nut, get on the Ocean's Fruit, I'll give you loads. Really nice guy, but I can't, because this week I am trialling the All Nut, and I've said to the guys I believe the All Nut will do well, so I've got to put my faith in it. So I tell you what, comment below, would you change, would you go over to Ocean's Fruit, or would you stick with the All Nut? I'm going to stick with the All Nut. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be putting out today as well. So that's an All Nut wafter in a PVA bag with 6mm pellets. Normally, yes, I do use the micros, but Joff gave me some 6mm pellets, so I'm going to use them. One of the ones I did have out last night, which is a double All Nut yellow pop-ups. And one of the things that's different about this rig, if you can see that guys, is it's called a Viper rig. So that will spin all the way around. Really interested. I have caught on this rig, so I'm definitely using that. So that is yellow All Nut, and then I've taken a yellow All Nut pop-up and just trimmed it down on my multi-rig so it's a wafter. So that is what I'm going to be putting in at about 4 o'clock, guys. Doesn't matter to me if I catch, don't catch. This is fishing, you know. Joff has very kindly given me a load of All Nut to trial, so I'm going to do exactly that. And to be fair, I've actually got loads of faith in the All Nut here. When I was with Bait Solutions, we had something called Total Nuts. To me, they're literally exactly the same. Smell the same, taste the same, do the same. And I've caught shed loads in this lake on that. So I do believe CarpBasics All Nut should do well in Kingfisher. I haven't caught in it yet, so fingers crossed I can pull something out in the next 12 hours or so. I don't know, 15 hours, 16 hours, something like that, before tomorrow morning. So fingers crossed I can pull something out before tomorrow morning, guys. If not, I'll probably just be showing you more of Chris's fish, because he's been catching. I know the guy in swim 4 has had 4 fish, so it's only me who's not catching at the minute. Well, not only me, but you know, it feels like that. You know what it's like, guys. So fingers crossed I can get into a fish. I'm going to redo the rods about 4 o'clock. I'll show you where they are. I've already shown you what's going to be on them, but I'll let you know where they are later on, guys. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, so it's come to that time, about 5 o'clock, Saturday evening, early evening, and I'm going to put my rods out. Despite helping Chris getting a 31 pounder this afternoon on CarpBasics Ocean Fruit, I am actually going to stick with my CarpBasics All Nut for the remainder of the weekend. You know, you've got to give it a good try, so I'm sticking with it. So the first rod's going to be a solid PVA bag with a CarpBasics All Nut wafter in with some 6mm pellets. I'm going to go tight to the island on this one. Alright guys, so my middle rod is going to be CarpBasics All Nut double 10mm pop-up with a small mesh bag filled of 6mm pellets. So my third rod, which again is CarpBasics All Nut, it's a yellow pop-up which I've actually trimmed down to make it more of a wafter, and that is going towards this yellow post but not actually up to the yellow post. So that is all 3 rods out for tonight. Should also say each of the rods has got about 20 to 30 18mm CarpBasics All Nut over the spots, spread out as I've done it by catapult. Fingers crossed I can get into one tonight, guys. Do hope so. It's been fairly quiet on the lake today. I think that one that Chris had earlier has been the only one come out today, but it is looking good for it, so fingers crossed. Morning guys. So obviously by the lack of fish footage I haven't caught, and I've got to be honest, massively disappointed and surprised. Surprised because CarpBasics products are good. I know that by the amount they've been catching. I know All Nut hasn't seemed to have done quite as well on this lake as on the other range has, but because CarpBasics All Nut is very, very similar to Bait Solutions Total Nuts, I had lots of faith in it because I've caught lots of fish on Total Nuts out of this lake. So I was expecting, I kind of came in thinking it was a done deal. Stupid. Came in thinking it was a done deal. Hasn't happened. Still got time. I've got about an hour and a half or so. It's about 6 o'clock, so got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before I pull the rods in. And guys either side of me have caught. Chris, I believe now, has had 4. I think he texted me saying he had £19 common last night as well. Obviously I pulled that one in for him yesterday while he was in the loo, which was £31, which was amazing. That's the only fish action I've had. The only fish action I've had is pulling the fish in for someone else. That was great, thanks for that. So yeah, I mean, the guy in 4, Wayne, I think he's had 4. He might have had more last night, I don't know. I think the guy in 5 might have had one. He may not have, but he might have had one. Either way, 100% there were fish in front of me last night because I heard them. So I've got rigs that I'm confident in last night. I didn't bait too heavy, so I'm confident in that. And to be fair, I was confident in CarpBasics All Nut. I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, a little bit disappointed. Well, I'm not a little bit disappointed, I'm proper disappointed actually. Seriously thought I was going to catch. And to be fair, you know, I've had sessions before like this, and you know, I would expect to have at least 2, maybe 4 fish. And it seems, you know, guys on the same bank, either side of me, maybe, you know, but one on one side, but either way, same side of the lake, have had 4 fish in the 48 hours. So yeah, massively disappointed, guys. So I've got a bit of a break as well now, sort of got a couple weekends with the girlfriend, but then the next vlog, so I'll probably have videos in between, but the next vlog is actually going to be coming from Todburn Manor. I'm on Big A's for 72 hours. I've got a week booked off work, so I'm proper looking forward to that. And then I'm also going to be going to the very famous Bluebell Lakes up in Peterborough, and I'm super looking forward to that. So there's lots to keep watching for, guys. Also, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know you've been given an opportunity to win one of these bad boys. Yep, it's the mug on a mug competition. Yay! Right, so it's time to pick a winner. And I've got quite a good worthy one, to be fair. So, Fly P1, with a suggestion of introducing all the amazing team at Mousehole Lakes that make your stay so great. And if you've ever fished here, you'll know what it's like. You know, from the fantastic clean toilets, to all the great facilities, to the great food that Joe prepares, to the lovely canteen, to Libby coming and taking your order, bringing your food, to the great advice you get from Rod and Phil. You know, there's a fantastic team here, guys. So, Fly Pete 1. By the time this comes out, you would have missed your session here in April, but I believe you're back in September. If you see Rod, there'll be one of these, mug on a mug, waiting for you, sir. Thank you very much. So, guys, I still need suggestions for you, please. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave a comment in one of my vlogs of the Mousehole Diaries of what you would like me to cover at Mousehole. Any suggestions for a vlog. Doesn't have to be particularly about Mousehole, but it'd be good if you are someone that comes to Mousehole, because that's where your prize will be. So keep those comments coming, keep those suggestions for me, and you can have a chance to win one of these bad boys in the mug on a mug competition. Guys, right, coming up to 20 to 8 Sunday morning. I'm going to be pulling the rods in pretty soon. I haven't got all the gear packed yet, so I need to get everything down, put away for 9 o'clock and be off ski. So, obviously this week I was using CarpBasics All Nut. Firstly, thanks to Joff Terry for the trial packs. I say trial packs, he gave me a couple of full packs of pellets and 18mm boilies and a lovely mixed tub of wafters and pop-ups. Thank you very much for that, sir. Unfortunately I've not caught them, so I always say proof is in the pudding. This week I've not caught on Kingfisher on the All Nut. It doesn't mean it's not a good bait, guys. My belief is, and my genuine belief is, it is a really good bait. But if you're on Kingfisher, I've got to probably recommend either their Ocean's Fruit and Red Lobster Crunch, which has caught loads on here. At the minute, Ocean's Fruit is very hot on here. Everyone that either side of me that's on the Ocean's Fruit has been catching. So I had the option, Chris offered me some yesterday to go to it, but because I was reviewing the All Nut, I stuck with it. and unfortunately, unless I get a bite within the next 15 or 20 minutes, it's a blank for me for this session, guys. But I'm okay with that. You know, wait for these geese to go by. I'd rather show you on my channel exactly what's what. No sugarcoating anything. Happy with my rigs, happy with the spots, even happy with the colours. I believe yellow is a predominant colour. Hasn't happened for me this weekend, guys, so that's where it is. So I announced the winner of the mug on a mug competition. Guys, please be sure to enter it. It's just a little bit of fun and also some well needed suggestions for me, so I know what you would like me to cover on my vlogs. So simply a case of leaving a comment below. Can you cover this? What's this? Blah blah blah. Leave me a comment, guys. Really appreciated. Also, massive thank you for all the guys that have subscribed. If you haven't, guys, please hit that pause, hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed watching this video, give it a like, and if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon for me. So we've got some more good stuff coming up. My very next visit out is going to be at Todber Manor, Big Hayes Lake. I've been there once before for a bait solution social and caught. Fingers crossed I can do it again. And then after that, same week, I think I'm going to Bluebell Lakes up in Peterborough. Hopefully going to get on San Martin, so that should also be a really good vlog. And don't forget, I've also got the France trip coming up, guys. So please, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified of future posts. And it only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you in the next vlog.